Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic is working. Awesome. I didn't check any of my my technical stuff before I went live. Stupid me. How's everybody doing? Candle. Always lighting a candle before my live streams. How's everybody doing? Last weekend, yesterday, we had so much success, I couldn't keep up with the people adding me. And it was mainly because of our correlation tool. I just want to show you guys the success for anybody who doesn't believe me at this point. All of our slips from the correlation tool are publicly tracked. Like literally, you can go to this page if you don't have a subscription, and you can monitor the success. So this was Saturday. I believe these two back-to-back were from a soccer slip. And then this was NFL Sunday. Took a slight dip. Up 25x units, whatever. Went down. Up 40x. Those were the slips that were tracked from this. I believe there's a 10x in here. It might have been misgraded. Anyway, we had so much success. We went up 60. We're up 64.2 units since August 18th. And the two slips that we hit, I believe one was from the Lions game. I forget the other game that the other one was in. But overall, that's the entire point. The entire point here is to strongly correlate slips together by, showing the strongest correlated combos. And then if the game script, falls in your direction, like the Detroit Lions and the Seahawks, I think the score ended up being like 37-31, then you're going to cash out. That's how it works. All the overs are going to hit from the passing to wide receiver ones, twos, whatever the plus EV edges within those individual players. But you're going to hit based on that game script, based on what happens in that game, because the correlation is so strong within those combos. So for anybody who doesn't know the difference between our correlation tool and our other tools, right now we show the plus EV edge for individual lines, all completely separate from the correlation tool, and then we also show it on the middling tool. We talk about these plays all the time on every live stream, and then on the correlation tool, we literally just build the slips for you, given the correlation. So that's for every single fixed payout platform. Why there's an edge with correlation is because these DFS apps right now are not altering their payouts, right? You look at Prizepicks, you look at Parlay Play, you look at Underdog and Jock Market, and they don't alter their payouts based on positive correlation. However, a traditional sportsbook like DraftKings, FanDuel, they alter their payouts, right? If you go over to their sportsbook right now and you were to take two overs for like the passing yards of quarterbacks and wide receiver yards, they're going to alter your payout. But on Prizepicks right now, they don't do that. They do limit some correlation, like in terms of all unders from NFL game, or they don't. I think on Underdog, they don't allow you to correlate with receptions and player attempts or passing attempts or whatever. Anyway, there's still strong correlation with these different combos, and we're always going to adjust based on those combos. So that is the difference here, and why there was so much success here with the correlation tool this past weekend. I entered like 50 plus slips, 40x, 25x, so I ended up being up on correlation. I think I got absolutely railed with my other plus EV value. I cashed out on some other apps. I think Hot Streak, I ended up overall positive. Prizepicks didn't do so well other than the correlation that hit, and then Parlay Plays where I made my money. Went down and flipped like a significant amount. So flip definitely wasn't that great. Regardless, I'm up like 80 units to start this month. It's the 18th. So personally, that's personally. That's not the correlation tool. Anyway, got to keep trusting the process. Got to keep plugging and playing. Volume. Plus EV value. Obviously, we're playing the long-term game here. So let's go ahead and just kick it off here by finding some really good value plays. Right now, we're going to start out here with Cal. Enough talking. You guys know that I just shut up and I get to building over 3 strikeouts. We're going to start out there. I'll go over why this is a plus EV slip here at the very end of this live stream, or at the very end of the slip building. Emerson. That's NFL. All right, there's my first slip. That's a 5-man insured slip on Prizepicks. That is a 5 flex Prizepicks slip. Let's go ahead and go to the top here. I'm going to do this on my phone, so I give you guys more than enough time to go ahead and enter the slip. That is Cal over 3 strikeouts. He just got bumped, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. There's a slip. Try to get this one in. Emerson. Oh, no. Did he just get bumped too? Come on. You serious? Did Emerson just get removed as well? I can't find him on my app. So if he just got removed, that's not good. Yeah, he did. Okay. We're in shambles. Let me continue on. Singer under 3.5 strikeouts. Lynn over 6.5. Carr under 1.5 passing touchdowns. And Forster over 17 headshots. We need to find one more. I'm just going to go ahead and get these ready to be entered. Under, over. And then one last. Let's see if we can give this a quick refresh. Jamal Williams. Let's go. Chris Luck from Dota. Let's try that. All right, I was able to get that one in. That's an under Chris Luck. We can turn around the middle of these on Underdog. Looks like there's a lot of good middling opportunities over there right now. So we're going to have to switch over there immediately after the slip. But let's go ahead and go over why that was a plus EV slip. So if you guys take a look here at the very top, Brady Singer is very straightforward. It's heavily juiced on the under here on FanDuel, and same thing with BetOnline. We're looking at average odds at minus 144. When you remove that juice, you're looking at true odds. You got to keep in mind that all these sports books are taxing on more money for you to place bets on their player props, right? So, like, think about it when you're at a restaurant and you get the bill, right? You know that you're not going to walk out just paying that bill. You're going to pay a tip on top of that, 15-20%, hopefully, if you're a good tipper. But these player props are being taxed at like a 5 to like 8%. On average. So what we have to do is remove that tax, remove that juice from each one of these lines, these FanDuel and these BetOnline lines, to find out the true percent odds to hit. Because if you're able to hit each individual leg on a 5-man slip, on a 5 flex slip at over a 54.2% of the time, you're going to remain a profitable sports bettor. So we have a 55.69 true percent odds to hit here on the under of Singer. So that is a profitable bet by 4 or 5% and some change. So that is a really good bet to make on Prizepicks in a 5 flex slip. And how we know this is we can actually sort by 5 flex or 6-man flex slips here and get all these profitable bets. So Emerson obviously was just removed. He's also a good bet. Looks like a close to near even line across the books. Even looks like Hot Streak is slightly favoring the under here at 3.5, but we're getting a 0.5 difference on Prizepicks, right? That 0.5 margin is enough to move the needle to say, hey, this is going to land on the 3 mark more than likely, then hit the under of it. And then also there's a slight chance that it's going to go over as well. So you're playing for that push potential. Hitting the over is an added benefit. That 3 line's very, very safe to hit the over on for this player. Kenny Pickett, the reason I didn't take the under on this is because I already took the over in a correlation slip. If you guys haven't watched my video on YouTube, I put out a full correlated slip utilizing the correlation tool. So I skipped over that. Lance Lynn, again, straightforward for all the reasons that we just talked about. 54.71% true odds for that to go over. And that's a slight edge if you put it into a 5-man or a 6-man flex slip. Same thing for Derek Carr. Direct match. Not as much as a good profit margin, but still, the odds are in our favor here for this to go under at a 54.53% odds to hit. So hopefully that makes sense. That's where all these plays just came from for that Prizepicks slip. Looks like there's a good amount of middling opportunity. So what I'm going to do is switch over immediately. And this is my process. This is my mindset. This is exactly what I'm thinking day in and day out when I'm scoping out value. I'm now going to switch over to Underdog. And I want to take a look at these CSGO plays to see what we can scope out here. Dota, NFL, Valorant, WNBA. See if there's any good plays, and there are. So I actually haven't played this on Underdog. I actually did play this on Hot Streak already. I've been doing so well on Hot Streak by just middling the 2 apps. Let's go ahead and focus on Underdog right now. I'm going to refresh here. And let me do this too. Let me start out with the optimizer, see what we can find here. I'm going to start out with Cal on there since he hasn't been bumped. He was bumped on Prizepicks. Let's go ahead and put in Cal over 3 strikeouts. Let's put in Singer under 3. Don't know why that hasn't been bumped. And then let's go. I don't want to do another even prop. Let's switch over here. Vandersloot, I want to skip over. Jalen Warren does look good. I might have to start another slip with that. Let's start out with Leo. Let's end the slip here and go under 31.5. That is Leo. Oh, what matchup is that? Are you kidding me? He has the exact same projections in 2 different matchups. I have to switch over. It's Be Bold. Is that his team? That's so annoying. 1 second. Let me see on Hot Streak what matchup that is. That is the matchup versus Furia. That's the first one. Let's hit the under here. And that's the slip. I'm going to go ahead and get that in on Underdog. Cal over. Singer. Under. And then Leo. And that's the Furia matchup. Less than 31.5 kills. That is a 3-man. Boom. So the reason I was able to get that in, so hopefully you guys were too. The reason why this is profitable long term is because Cal right now 0.5 off. This is a near even line set to 3.5, and that 0.5 strikeout line is enough to move the needle, saying that hey, he's a better chance to hit the over or push than he does to hit the under or push, right? At a 56.94% chance. And for 3-man non-insured slips on Underdog, we're looking for minus 122 or greater implied odds. And we're looking for higher than true odds of 54.95%, right? And all these plays are greater than that mark. So that's why all these are long-term profitable. And the reason why I go to the middling tool is because I like to take advantage of both sides, especially when you're looking at CSGO, because there's always a decent amount of edge to be had. I usually don't do Hot Streak on live streams because the lines bump immediately, right? Usually they treat it like a stock market where you hit, if like I were to go in there and hit it with $100, it would immediately move. So you guys wouldn't be able to take advantage of the value anyway, which is why I just take it on Underdog, if that makes sense. So let's start out the next slip by hitting the over Vandersloot. It looks like Lee Leo was just removed, so good job, guys, if you were able to take advantage of that. Vandersloot. Actually, hold on. Let me go back here, and let's make sure this is actually a good play. Is she not on the sports books right now? She's not. So she's literally just on 2 DFS apps, and that's Underdog and on Hot Streak. So I'm going to trust the middle here. I'm going to hit the over. And that's my mindset. They don't play till Tuesday. That's so annoying. Let's look for more middles here on Underdog. I also hear that Parlay play has a ton of good opportunities right now, so we might have to switch there. Warren. Warren's another even prop. I tried to avoid even props here in 3-mans because like if they get, like if he lands on 7 and Vandersloot ends on 7, then you're like you don't get paid out. It's a DNP overall, right? So that's why I avoid that. So let's try to find some non-even props here. Bryce Young. Why this is not a good play is because when you compare two of the 3 apps, they're more accurate projection instead of 28.5 as opposed to 29.5. So this would be a better play on Hot Streak. You guys can see that Hot Streak has a ton of value right now. I'm just not going to do it on the stream. I might do a little exercise at the very end. If you guys have been in here a couple times, you know what I'm talking about. But, ooh, this is another good play on Prizepicks. Ooh, look at that. That's a really good play. Might have to switch back to Prizepicks if we find out some more. Ryan Howard, again, another even prop. I'm going to probably avoid that. Ionescu under 5.5 player assist. That's a full assist off. Oh, do you know why she wasn't popping up? Yeah, okay, that's why. So this is a bet. Oh my gosh, that's a really good play on Hot Streak. Again, there's so much value on Hot Streak right now. And this actually isn't that good of a play. So there actually might not be that much value here on Underdog. We might have to skip over this. And we might have to just go to Parlay play or Prizepicks real quick. Let me switch back. See if we're missing anything on Prizepicks. I think these just popped up too. So let's actually switch over real quick. See if we can middle a couple of these Prizepicks plays. And we can actually take a couple of these soccer plays. The only thing is that it gets really frustrating when you look into like positively correlating these plays. It gives me a headache. We can try that. You guys want to put in soccer? We can try that. There's also some really good plays here. All right, let's do this. Let's scope out some CS:GO value because I know there's CS:GO value and it's really easy to enter that right now. And then let's switch over to Parlay play because I know for a fact they have a lot of value as well. Positive correlated plays right here, guys. That's amazing. I think these are all from the same game. All right, there's a slip. Let's go ahead and get this in. And there's positively correlated CSGO value, so this is a great freaking slip. Really like this. I'm going to try to turn around the middle of this on the apps that we just looked at. But again, my exact process here. You guys can see where I got this value. Boom, boom. There it is. So the reason why these are positively correlated, I'm going to talk to you guys about it real quick. I'm going to talk to you guys about this real quick. These two plays are individually plus EV as it is. So if we scroll down here, middling. So the sharper projection is closer to 19, 19.5. We can get this at 17 on Prizepicks, right? Just using simple logic. And then same thing for card. We have one projection at 11, 10.5, and then all the way down here at 9. And these guys are from the same matchup. So for CSGO, it's opposite from League of Legends, meaning that 2 overs from the same matchup, regardless of if you're playing on the same team or opposing, is positively correlated. So all overs from one game, it's like, think of it like NFL, or all unders are positively correlated, because the reason for that is the longer the games go, the more overall kills in CSGO. Whereas League of Legends, technically you can go a really long time and there's more kills in general, but usually one team is dominating the other team and limiting the upside of the other team and vice versa. So in League of Legends, one over and then the opposing team under is positively correlated. On CSGO, the entire matchup is positively correlated for all overs or all unders. So that being said, Corinthians, I think that's his name, or the team name, they're playing MIBR. Freck and Card are positively correlated because the more kills within this matchup, the closer it is, the more positively correlated these players are. Does that make sense? So usually when Card, like let's say Card goes out and gets 11 headshots, then Freck is more likely to get more headshots because there's more kills involved in the entire game, right? Same thing could be said for NFL, more passing yards overall, more receiving yards, right? And usually that's positive correlation across the board within that same matchup. So that's why the slip is very good. And the individual plays, like you guys saw it, me just price comparing. Surreal was very soft on Prizepicks. JPK was too aggressive on Prizepicks, and same thing with the soccer play at the very top. 2 of the 3 apps are set to 1.5, but on Prizepicks, too aggressive at 2. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, I'm going to give this a quick refresh, and then I'm going to switch over the parlay play, because the talk on the streets is that that's where the value is. And we don't care where the value is. We just care that there is value. We're looking to make money, right? That's the entire point. Don't just limit yourself to one specific DFS app. You guys will not remain profitable in the long run unless, you're playing extreme volume on that app. And then right now, we see that there's only one slip we can enter on Prizepicks. We only entered 2 so far today. 1 on Underdog. Let's now switch over to the parlay play. Read TJ's tweet. There should be a ton of value on parlay play, and also hopefully some positive correlation. Cal, again, is sitting right there. I don't know why all these DFS apps are setting him to just 3 strikeouts. Let's go ahead and start there. And again, if you haven't used code DGF on Underdog or parlay play, you can get 100% matchup to $100 if you do so. Singer, under 3.5. Thielen, under player receptions. I have to do this stupid promo, dude. I have to get rid of this stupid promo. Hold on one second. Dude, they just gave me a ton of promo funds over the weekend. The one thing I don't like about Parlay Play is that you have to get rid of the promo funds through a 2-man entry. And then you can play these bigger slips, which is just, it's frustrating. And there's no good plays, man. I'm just going to do Cal real quick. Get this out of here. They're promo funds. I don't really care. I just care about giving you guys slips, and I care about playing these really big insured slips. If this hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. You know? It is what it is. Ruining my content at the moment. I'm trying to get in slips myself, right? All right, I just placed it. Promo funds are gone. They're gone. They're gone. Get them out of here. All right. See the $60 at the top. Okay, Singer under. This was Thielen under, right? Thielen set to 2.5, almost a near even line. So we're getting a 0.5 higher reception line here on Parlay Play. What I then like to do is turn around, see if there's positive correlation. So the Panthers are playing the Saints, right? So let's go to the Carolina Panthers. Why isn't that team showing? Oh, there they are. Sorry. Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. And let's look for some unders, right? Derek Carr under passing yards. That's 8 yards off. 8 yards off. So that's positively correlated with Adam Thielen under receptions. Hopefully the game is slow. Under passing yards, positively correlated. I know they're opposing teams, but that's fine. There's still positive correlation right here. Thielen just looks aggressive overall on Parlay Play. Michael Thomas under receiving yards. Beautiful. And I get it's right below that line, but the reason why this is becoming plus EV is because of the strong positive correlation. And then Marshall Lattimore under tackles plus assists is also positively correlated. Lattimore under 3.5 tackles plus assists. That is beautiful. So we have two individual plus EV edges here at the top. I'm going to go ahead and throw this into an insured slip. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this in here. Now that I got my promo funds gone. So we have over less. We have Thielen. Less. We have Carr. Less passing yards. Thomas. And then Lattimore. Less. So more Cal, less Singer, less Thielen, less Derek Carr, less Michael Thomas, and then less Lattimore. Insured, 6-man. I've already reached my limit for game strikeouts for Singer. Holy cow. They're just nerfing me. They're just nerfing me at this point. 1 second. Let me find an individual play here. You guys can take an individual play if you haven't already. Thielen, Freeman. No, I don't want to go there. Chubb, Najee Harris, under combo. Let's do that. More NFL action. All the unders. Love it. What is happening? Oh, I just, dude. I need to get rid of Cal now. Will Crawford work? Cutter Crawford over 4 strikeouts. It's all less than except for Cutter Crawford. Hit the over there. Got it. Positively correlates. Adam Thielen under 3 receptions. I didn't get to enter these two if you guys were able to. Good for you. Otherwise, I took Nick Chubb, Najee Harris under 135 rushing yards, and then Cutter Crawford over 4 strikeouts. Oh, man. You guys are quiet today. Quiet. That means that means I'm doing my job. Right? Hopefully. Dude, if they tell me I need my promo funds one more time. All right, let's try to find some more plays here. Derek Carr, we just took that one. Waka, let's start there. over. Freiermuth under player receptions. Should we try correlating now? With unders from that game. I've been taking all over for passing in that game. Let's do Pete Alonso. Under fantasy score. Zach Wheeler. Over 6 strikeouts. Thielen we just took. Natasha Cloud looks to be 1 point or 0.5 points too high here. One, two, three, four, five. We'll throw in one positive correlated play here with Freiermuth. Let's sort this by the Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Boswell under kicking points. I like that as well. Let's do that. So let's go ahead and put in Boswell under kicking points. We're hoping for a slow game in this slip between the Browns and the Steelers. I'm going to go ahead and try to cook up the slip with you guys. Waka over. Freiermuth, Alonso, under Wheeler, over Natasha Cloud, under and then Boswell, less. Over, under, over. Cloud less than Boswell. Let's put $25 or $20. I think the slide the line promo allows you to do. I'm going to go ahead and throw Natasha Cloud's points up one more here since I'm hitting the less than. Might as well just make that my promo slip for today. Slide the line. So all I did was slide the line to Natasha Cloud under 12.5. So moved it up another 0.5 points there. And that's $20 to pay out $500 if I get 6 of 6. Correlation tool getting esports soon. Great question. Yes, CSGO is next. We have college football coming out this week, which is obviously very, very heavily correlated with the exact same ways in which NFL is. Same positions, right? Can you go back to UD? Yeah, I can go back to UD. Also, guys, feel free to spam any questions you have into the chat so I can answer them. UD did not have too much value the last time I checked. What we can do is go through these soccer plays because we haven't done that yet. So let's do that. Let's see if we can avoid negatively correlated soccer plays. So on UD, I'm going to be taking Foster under 2 shots attempted. This is the better play, which we just took on Prizepicks, and this is also the better play on Prizepicks here. Ferguson over 1.5 shots attempted. And then Zima over 2.5. Oh, is that person gone? David. Yeah, that person's gone. Okay. I'm trying to look for a non-even prop. And there really isn't that much. That person's not popping up as well. I can hit the over because I haven't middled that yet on Chris Luck over 1.5 kills. Oh, I'm doing this on my phone. Sorry, guys. I'll switch over. So the plays are Ferguson over, Chris Luck over, and then Foster under. I also just got limited on Underdog as of this weekend to $250 per slip. So that's not fun. Soccer is so hard to do. Why is that? Chris Luck just got removed. Why is soccer hard to do? How many slips do you normally get out in the day? So that's a great question. You take the value wherever you can, and that dictates how many slips I get in. If there's a million different plus EV plays on Parlay Play, I'm entering them all. Could be 20 plus. And then there's days where there's literally no value. Hasn't been that much, or there has been a lot of value recently, so I haven't had to run into that issue yet. This NFL season, but like generally during the off season, there were days where I was entering like less than 5 slips a day. So right now, I would say my average, like on Hot Streak last night, I entered 12 slips. Underdog, I did 3. Parlay Play, I did a couple. Prizepicks, I did 1. So yeah, close to like 20 so far today for games that are playing today. I'll probably end in that 30 to 40 range by the end of today. But anyway, the whole reasoning behind that, the whole mindset is that volume increases your potential to earn profit. Because if you're taking small mathematical edges over each one of these player props, in the long term, those mathematical edges are going to increase in terms of your profitability margin. Whereas if you're only doing a slip a day, like it might as well be a coin flip, whether you're going to earn profit margin or not, right? So, that's why a lot of people get turned off by plus EV betting in the short term, and why a lot of people unsubscribe to our tools early on, because they don't get that this is a process. They don't get that this should be treated as an investment. It's literally betting on sports. It's literally an investment by betting on sports. So that's the reason for it. With the correlation tool, how many slips from each game are you entering, and how do you decide which ones for each game? I just do one slip, whatever the top profit margin. So like, let's say for instance, I already gave away the slip on my video, so I'm completely fine with entering it now or giving it to you guys now. But this Cleveland Browns one, yeah, it's still the same. Yeah, it's still the same. So like this slip I entered for the Browns Steelers, and then I turned around and entered the same exact game for the Parlay Play slip. But it's a slightly different slip. They have different player props within. So like for instance, there's no punters right now, I believe, on Parlay Play, or their projections are too high or too low, and they're not plus EV. The combos between these correlated values, they're all different, right? So some correlated plays, given their plus EV value, might look better on Prizepicks than on Parlay Play because they're slightly different projections, right? But we're also taking into consideration the correlation value. The higher the correlation score, the higher the correlated slip in general. So that's how that works. But anyway, this is the slip I have for tonight for Prizepicks. If this changes, let's say Pickett's passing touchdowns get removed, I still won't double dip because I will more than likely have enough exposure to Deshaun Watson over receiving yards, under punts, Peoples Jones. So I'll just stick with the slip that I have. And as long as I have one slip per game per DFS app, I'm completely fine. And that's what I did yesterday. I actually wasn't able to get in a lot of jock market slips, but that was my mindset yesterday. I ended up putting about 50 slips in, 140 units on Parlay Play, and 35 units on Prizepicks. So as you guys can see there, I broke even on the correlation tool. I got railed on my other individual plus EV plays. So I think I ended up slightly positive on the day, but it wasn't nearly as much as I expected it to be. Anyway, Hopefully that answers your question. It's also 12 o'clock. So if you guys have any more questions here, I'm going to end this live stream soon. We were able to scope out some value. We got in 2 underdog slips, I believe. We got in 2 parlay play slips and 2 prize picks, right? I think that's what we did. What's the cutoff percent you look for, Matt? On the correlation tool, I don't really have a cutoff slip or a cutoff amount. Like I will, that's what the correlation tool, right, BG? Can you rank one of my big slips for today? Don't know what you're asking, Nate. If you have a slip here, I can give it my thoughts. Starting to understand your process. I used to play like 30-something slips, but no job, so only bet 5 to slips. But you are right, more volume, the more chances to win. Thanks, man. It's not more chances to win, Ricky. I wouldn't say it that way. It's more chances at you being able to take advantage of these different profit margins on these slips. Like the amount of volume dictates how much % chance you have to earn profit in the long run. Whereas if you're just putting 1 to 2 slips a day, like obviously I'm going to be turned off by a tool if I'm entering 1 to 2 slips a day on Prizepicks, and for whatever reason they don't hit, or I ended up hitting 4 or 6, I'm obviously going to be frustrated. But if you're entering small mathematical advantages, just like these correlation tool slips, their profit margins are insane. So first of all, it's completely different. But yeah, like volume wise, I entered 50 slips, and if I wouldn't have entered 50 slips, I would never have had that chance to hit that parlay play 40x or the 25x on Prizepicks or the 10x on Prizepicks, right? You literally said yes in real life. Yeah, so BG, honestly, there's really no cutoff for me. Like, they're technically all profitable, but like for me, I really don't have a cutoff. I know there was like a slip on here for soccer that was like 1%. Nah, forget that. Like, I don't feel like entering a 1% slip. It's too much work. Right? So like, that's my mindset. Like if I had enough time right now, I would be entering all these slips for soccer. Like 13.08 is still fantastic. Oops. Actually, I just gave that away. But like, I would be entering all these slips. There's no cutoff. Profit margin for these are insane. Like that's what the takeaway should be. The correlation is so strong for NFL. Is there a way to get flipped email notifications for plays under 54% odds to hit? That's actually a great question and feedback we're working on. Yep, I know. Yep, we're working on that. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut off the live stream. Got a lot of content to put out, a lot of stuff to do. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the live stream. Hopefully you learned something. That's the main thing to take away from these live streams. If you guys aren't learning anything, I'm not doing my job. So hopefully you guys learned something from this live stream and you guys were able to snipe value. With all that being said, guys, let's enjoy the games tonight. I'll also be tweeting out some more slips if you don't already follow me on Twitter @CMattDowns. Let's cash. Have a great night.